Hey, everybody. I think we are live and good to go. Thank you, everybody, for joining KnowCap's Demo Day. We have a number of founders and investors that have since joined the platform with Stonks in partnership with them. So really excited to have you all here present to really go through our first Demo Day pitch with a number of founders through KnowCap. Just to give a little bit of an overview, KnowCap partners our experts with early stage founders to turn their ideas into fast growing companies. As this is our first demo day, like I said, we have a number of founders who have participated in both a boot camp with us as well as one of our programs to get to this point. All of our founders pitching here today come from our flagship ecosystem in Atlanta, and they range from companies in the PropTech space, helping to drive real-time transparency in renovations, to allowing any businesses to access leverage revenue-based invoicing. Each founder, just to give a lay of the land in the way this is going to operate here today, each founder will have a 4-minute pitch, followed by a few questions and a Q&A session with me as today's panelist. My name is Josh Hanley. I'm the Director of Operations at KnowCap Atlanta. Have been working pretty closely with all of these founders throughout the past month through a boot camp to help them get set up, along with a number of our other directors and managing partner, Steven. We're really excited to have you all here and really can't wait to share all their hard work and what they've been working on accordingly. With that being said, I think one of the first things that we really want to kick off doing is a kind of test run. So there's a fake startup that's associated here, as you're all aware, that's Goober. And we want to make sure everything's working from an investment side of things. So we're going to send up that startup now on the stage for everyone to see and interact with. If anybody's having any issues with that, definitely please let us know accordingly. But we should be able to add Goober onto the stage accordingly. So if we can send that up, that would be great. Bear with me 1 second. Awesome, guys. And yeah, please interact with Goober all the way across the board. There are 5 ways to interact with kind of Stonks as a whole from the page, but also while they're on the stage. So on those 3 options are: I want to work here, I want to be a customer, and I want to be a partner. And you'll see all of those in the drop-down arrow accordingly. That will create, even for all of our actual startups that are happening later on, that'll create an auto introduction with the founder based on your decision. Additionally, there's 2 other options. I think everyone is interacting with it accordingly. I can see the chat here as we see it. That is, I want to invest, or I want an intro. When you select I want to invest, that'll require you to add in the related funds, and everybody's working through that now. And then if you want an intro, when you select this prompt, it'll ask you kind of for your investment size, as well as the value add that you're looking to bring to the startup. All of these, everything here kind of generates an email introduction with the founder. Given these are competitive rounds, you may, in order to not lose out accordingly, you may want to choose one of those 2 options that I mentioned and avoid missing out in the future. So go ahead. I'll leave this up for a little bit quickly, just to let everyone functioning and working with it. Seems to be working just fine. Again, Goober is a fake startup, so this is only to test out the functionality of everything. From here on out, you'll only see real startups pitching, so please be sure to choose one of those options as they apply to you moving forward. With that, our first founder to be brought up here is going to be Donovan with Guild. So I'm going to add Donovan into the stream. Hey, Donovan.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. So just to give a little background, Donovan is with Guild, and Guild is a PropTech company, building a product that brings real-time pricing transparency to home on renovations. And so I'm going to let Donovan kind of have a 4-minute pitch now, and then we'll follow that up with some questions. So let me bring up this. Awesome. Right. You are all set, Donovan.
So, hello, my name is Donovan Wright, founder and CEO of Guild. Once upon a time, a bad renovation cost me $25,000 over budget and 2 months in delays. I founded Guild to prevent that from happening to other aspiring investors and homeowners. How does this happen, you may ask? Well, most homeowners and contractors still operate on the adage that a given renovation will cost twice as much and take twice as long than quoted. This leads to mistakes and delays caused by manual processes, as 80% of renovations are still fulfilled offline. Bad actors, such as contractors who take deposits or embellish their competencies, underbidding caused by inaccurate or incomplete pricing, resulting in annual losses of $177 billion. Any process losing that much money each year is broken. But it's not just about the dollars lost. It's about the people affected. A nightmare renovation can have dire consequences, as in my case, for a homeowner's wallet and property. For a contractor, this has a direct impact on their bottom line. This is where Guild comes into the equation. Our AI provides homeowners and contractors more detailed and accurate information up front to remove risks that derail project timelines and budgets. So how does it work? 1, schedule your quote via our app for a licensed cost estimator to scope your renovation utilizing our platform built on 10 billion plus data points. 2, know your scope up front before work begins. Our platform provides a detailed scope of work so you know how much it's going to cost, how long it's going to take, and understand the expected deliverable at completion. 3, select your contractor. Once the quote is accepted, our AI presents you with a curated list of licensed, vetted contractors based on their availability and competency as it pertains to your specific project needs. And 4, manage your entire renovation from our app. The AI monitors the project milestones and status updates, providing prompts where needed to keep the project on time and in budget. The residential renovation industry is massive, being valued at $450 billion. Guild will focus its operation in this vertical for the first 5 years, targeting renovations larger than $1,000 and achieving a projected revenue of $153 million. We make money by charging a 10% referral fee to contractors on all projects completed via the app. The contractor takes the other 90%. Renovations can be broken down to 4 main phases. Our competitors focus on connecting supply and demand by selling customer data, leaving property owners to fulfill their renovations in the existing antiquated process. At Guild, we're building an end-to-end technical solution for both homeowners and contractors, enabling the execution of a renovation that removes the trappings of manual processes, bad actors, and underbidding. We've launched an unpaid pilot enabling property owners to get scopes built and connected with contractors to fulfill them. We currently have 3 homeowners in the pilot with an average gross project value of $37,000 and have secured key partnerships to be able to scale the pilot to a full launch in March. We've secured a licensing agreement with RS Means, the largest construction data provider in North America that powers our platform. My team has a combined 8 years and $50 million worth of commercial and residential development experience, giving us the necessary industry experience to execute Guild's vision. The funds we raised will be used to bring on my team full-time to manage the scale of a full launch, fund our early CAC in a competitive marketplace, and purchase the national license with our data provider. These 3 things will enable us to hit our 22 milestones of 48 renovations, valued at $500,000, resulting in $50,000 in revenue for Guild. Once again, my name is Donovan Wright, and thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Donovan. I really appreciate that. Love hearing your story and where you've come from with Guild and where you guys are trying to build. I do have a couple questions. On the contractor side, I know from personal experience and just in general with any home renovation, trying to be on time and in budget can be difficult. How do you incentivize those contractors on your platform to be on budget and in time?
Yeah, so it's a 2-pronged approach, one at MVP and then one at scale. So at MVP, with the amount of information and data that we're providing up front, contractors will be better equipped and prepared to have the project properly scoped and resourced so that they will be on time and on budget. And as we scale, we're going to start implementing review ratings, time and milestone and budget KPIs that contractors have to adhere to in order to remain on the platform.
Awesome. That's great. And then I know in going through kind of the step-by-step process, you had mentioned kind of the estimator at first. Can you explain a bit more about that and how that works, and if it is kind of free to that homeowner?
Yeah, so it is free to the homeowner. We pay a firm that we have a LOI with right now $150 to go out and spec out homeowners' projects. We consider that customer acquisition cost because what it does is it gets leads into our funnel where we know exactly what they want to do and when they want to do it. Additionally, with a median renovation of $15,000, our LTV comes to about 10 times of what we spend on that quote. And even if a homeowner is not ready to kick off a project immediately after that quote, we know what the project timeline is for them, and we can communicate with them intermediately during that process until they're ready to start the project. So what it enables us to do is basically to capture a lead and keep a lead, rather than just relying on traditional digital marketing efforts where they may take that business elsewhere.
Awesome. Gotcha. No, that makes sense. I really appreciate that. Definitely seems, something that helps to get homeowners and giving them that reliability into the door, but also kind of creates that streamlined effect. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're going to be moving on to the next founder accordingly. So let me drop you off. And next up is going to be Chike with Clip It. Hey, Chike, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good. So just to give a little overview, so Clip It is a product a product that turns anyone into an influencer that's able to work through partnerships with merchants and other brands. And so I'm going to let Chike kind of walk through a 4-minute pitch now accordingly, and then some questions afterward. So 1 second.
Thanks, Josh. All right, guys, I'm a little excited. I think I just found my new favorite restaurant. I mean, the food was amazing. I even posted my meal on Instagram and got like 6 messages from people asking where I got the food from. I really feel like these restaurants just need to start paying me because I bring them so much new business. I mean, I wish there was a way I could get some type of discount or deal from these places. Hold on, wait, there is. Clip It. Clip It is a digital rebates app that turns your selfies into savings. Think Groupon meets TikTok. We give everybody the chance to explore influencer marketing by giving them access to exclusive deals. First, merchants create deals via our online portal. They come up with a discount, rebate, what they want to offer, similar to the Groupon. But what makes us different is that the merchant also gives high-level instructions to the buyer about what to post because the deal is only unlocked when they post. Next, the deal goes live in our app where our users can browse and purchase deals based on location, interest, or type. And after the deal is purchased, the buyer creates what we call a Clip It, aka a post, to unlock the deal. That Clip It that they created becomes a redeemable coupon, which are vetted by the merchant via their online portal before the deal is posted. Once approved, the buyer gets the rebate, discount value, and additional earnings every time friends and families make purchases after them. Woohoo! So you basically get paid for doing something you do every day anyway, post. And businesses finally get to better control of these micro interactions they have with their users every day. And it all starts with the community we're building. We already have over 8,000 micro influencers that have signed up on our wait list, ready to use Clip It. Our sales team already has 47 signed merchant agreements with a total value of $17.3 million in revenue. Boom! Some of these deals include grabbing a bite at Hamburger Mike's, getting your car detailed at California Wraps, or going skydiving at Rise Up in Atlanta. I'm afraid of heights, so I'll wait on that one, but that's on my bucket list. But because our team has over 20 years of sales experience, we've been able to hit the ground running by cold calling the merchants. Then we pitch a demo meeting, agree on an offer, the discount, the rebate for our users, and the amount of deals that we can sell for them. Then they sign a merchant agreement. Now, all these merchants have actually migrated over from Groupon. When asked why, we've been told that Groupon charges a little too much for them and that the influencer marketing aspect of Clip It brings way more bang for their buck. That's what led to the 17 mil in our pipeline. Each merchant has given us around 1,000 deals to sell over a 12-month period, with items ranging from $25 to $300, all high traffic merchants. And there's no better time for Clip It than now. Think about it. According to Forbes, 81% of consumers' purchasing choices are influenced by their friends' posts on social media, plus 230 million people are shopping online regularly. 94% of them are using digital coupons. Now, our revenue model is simple. Clip It takes 10% of each deal sold and 55% of the rebate offered by the merchant. For users, we charge 2.9% when they withdraw money from their wallet. To make this more digestible, here's an example with just the limited user base that we have signed up on our wait list. If the average cost of our deal after the discount is $25 and the average rebate being offered is 10%, with a user base of just 10,000 people, we only need 24% of them to be daily active purchasers to gross $2 million in profit. And we've been able to generate this user base with just little to no money. We're asking for $150,000 in seed funding. This will give us a 12-month runway and yield $17 million in revenue. And also, I want to introduce you to my team, because we're the perfect team to, create big business in this space. I built and run the largest influencer media group in Georgia. And Darren was a lead engineer at an e-commerce company responsible for over $10 million in revenue. He also successfully created native iOS and Android solutions using agile development. My partner, Matt, ran lead generation at his company, closing over $200 million. Sean has over 10 years in B2B sales experience and has managed over 500 people nationwide. And we have some pretty cool investors as well. Clip It was inspired by the idea that everybody has influence. So the next time you're taking a food selfie, you should be thinking, I should get paid for this. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Chike. Really appreciate it. I love the kind of the beta testing and the pilot that you've kind of worked through and the interest you've been able to generate from that. So I remember working with you just in general, helping through that idea. So it's been amazing. I do have a couple questions. Can a merchant on the side create any type of deal? Is it related to their existing product or service, or could it be an experience? Can you elaborate more on that?
Of course. So the purpose is to allow these merchants to come up with some type of marketing campaign or initiative around whatever their marketing goal is. So it doesn't have to be an existing deal. You can have, for example, everybody knows Chick-fil-A has great customer service. How did that go viral? People don't think about where that started. So if I'm a new burger restaurant, or like, let's just say a vegan place, and we have the best waitresses, the deal could be, hey, just make sure you capture the waitress bringing out your food and you get, extra fries or something like that. So we give these merchants the liberty to kind of create whatever marketing campaign that they want.
Got it. Excellent. Cool. Really cool. And then I know kind of the beta test was in a certain local market. When you're entering a new local market, what's kind of your go-to-market strategy to acquire those new merchants on that side?
Well, the first thing we like to do is, first of all, we study where they're high traffic merchants. So for example, what we've been doing is we started in Georgia and California, and we go with merchants, for example, who have 5,000 on Groupon, like people, the highest ones that people purchase like 5,000 to 10,000 times a month. We target them, cold call them, and just pitch. And then we also try to form partnerships with like Facebook groups or meetup groups in that area. Like, for example, we have a partnership with the EDGE program in Georgia. Basically, that's just a conglomerate of small businesses where basically we could go in there and say, hey, we have this new product that your businesses will love. Let's Clip It into your pipeline. And then from there, they introduce it to their users. So that way, not only we have merchants, we have buyers in those areas as well.
Awesome. Gotcha. I think we do have a little bit of time because we do have one question from the audience. What success have you seen from the beta test so far?
Well, we're pre-revenue. So what we've seen in success is the conversations we've had with merchants and getting them to sign merchant agreements. So basically what we've done is we've got over, like I mentioned, 8,000 people have signed up on our wait list to actually use Clip It, the buyers. For the merchants, we've had them create multiple deals across their locations, 47 of them in total. Like I said, ranging from $25 to $300, and actually got signed DocuSigns from them where we can actually use and sell these particular deals, and they're on board, they're ready to go. So we've just been able to have these conversations and basically, in essence, get a lot of these customers from competitors because they feel like we'll bring them a lot more value with the social media aspect.
Definitely. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Chike. I think that's all the time that we have as we try to move forward with this. So really appreciate it. Next up, as we look to keep moving forward, we have Alberto with Knowledge to Own. So let me pull up Alberto here. Hey, Alberto, how's it going?
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very good.
Good. So just to give a little bit of an overview again with Knowledge to Own, they're a platform that assists first-time homebuyers with an end-to-end home buying process through various grants that first-time homebuyers are allowed to, leverage and utilize. And so now I'm going to pass it over to Alberto to kind of share his deck. Let me pull that up. And it looks like it's loading. Might just take a little bit. Hold on. All right, looks like it's just loading a little bit. Okay. Da-da-da. All right, let's see if this will load. All right, come on. All right, that doesn't seem to be loading, Alberto. So I'm gonna move on, and I will come back to you accordingly. So switching gears a little bit, we're actually gonna have Adrian with Totago be joining. So let me add Adrian up on here accordingly. Hey, Adrian, how's it going?
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Good, good, good. So let me give an overview, just kind of what Totago is. So that's an app that partners with organizations like land managers or other municipalities to develop kind of a curated outdoor experience to help them kind of identify where maps and leveraging maps anywhere, but also leveraging partners in that vein to allow them to view that content. So I'm going to hand this over to Adrian and hand that up, and that looks great. Take it away, Adrian.
All right, thank you, Josh. My name is Adrian Lorenzi, CEO and founder of Totago. So Totago is an acronym that stands for Turn Off the App, Go Outside. And that is a deliberately ironic name in that we are an app platform that's all about enabling people to get outdoors and do activities in nature and disconnect from their devices. And we really do take that to heart in our product design. So the problem that we're focused on is that the most detailed and accurate information on outdoor activities generally lacks a modern user-friendly mobile experience. So as you can see on the right, this is a screenshot from the US Forest Service website for a wilderness area. And this is where you can get the most accurate, verified information about doing things like hiking and backpacking. However, and as you can see, it's not mobile friendly, and public land managers like the U.S. Forest Service, King County Parks, they lack the tech expertise and staff resources to provide, modern and digital experience that their visitors are used to and want. So Totago is a one-stop platform for planning outdoor activities. We have we can do custom branding of web and mobile apps for land managers. And essentially what it provides is detailed, official maps and information, everything you need for doing something like a hike, visiting a park, all in one place. And it's a turnkey SaaS service for our land manager customers. So as far as how the process works, land managers sign a contract. We plug into their source systems to pull out their verified official data, spin up a white label app, curate the content into these packaged experiences, and then the app is launched. Land manager promotes the app throughout their park and website, and then users download the app for free, visitors to the parks. So how we kind of compare to other apps and information that's out there, local park websites, blogs, have the best, most accurate information, but they lack the mobile experience. All Trails has a great mobile experience, but the information is crowdsourced and not very detailed. Totogo brings trusted information with a great mobile experience together. The market, whatever you're seeing in the pie chart, is kind of a breakdown of the different land managers out there. The two largest segments are counties and municipalities, kind of the local areas. And based on our average annual recurring revenue from our current customers of $5,000, the total addressable market on those segments that we're focused on is 85 million. We have worked with the federal segments, but we're focused on the local. And if we capture 1%, that translates to 850,000 revenue in 1 year. We have 4,000 monthly active users, 9 active customers with contracts, and 12 white label apps, 17,000 in annual recurring revenue. And our users love the apps, 4.7 out of 5 stars on App Store and Google Play from over 900 people. We're asking for 200,000 debt round with a 5 to 7 year payback that will enable us to grow our development and sales teams and get an additional 180,000 of annual recurring revenue over 2 years. And we're looking for an investor that really to make us a sustainable business and enable us to become a sustainable business and is really excited about what we're doing and the impact we can have. Our team has 34 years of experience in mobile and web app development, 6 years experience in software sales. I personally have experience in the SaaS space with over 100 different government agencies. We all are united and excited about what we're doing because we love going outdoors. We do team hikes together, and I'm really excited about the impact we can have. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Adrian. Really excited to see everything that you've worked through so far to date with, kind of having those land managers on those current customer base. I am curious, though, just from a sales pitch perspective to those parks, what does that look like and how do you get them onboarded?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Is it possible to show the appendix slides?
Yeah, definitely. One second. Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, this is a good kind of visual, hopefully to walk through that. But essentially, we kind of take a solution sales process, which starts with a lot of times referrals from an existing land manager customer. They often work closely together and trust each other's judgments. So we start off with essentially a discovery call, which can 1 to 3 calls with a champion within the organization that basically is going to kind of see the most impact of our product, and then we're going to and then through that process we identify the budget and timeline given their procurement process, and we essentially workshop a proposal with the champion that they present to their executives for kind of sign off, and then we get a contract signed, and then we start implementation and launch publicly, and the implementation takes 1 to 2 months. So in total, it's a 2.5 to 5 month process from kind of initial contact to launch.
Got it. Awesome. And then we do have a couple questions that have come in from the audience. Is it downloading an app or is there a web version when you're working with parks?
Yeah, great question. So there's both. So kind of like the base package is just a mobile-friendly web app, and then the Totogo branded app can be used in conjunction with that to do just like offline downloading. And then other partners will do both the white labeled web-based app as well as a white labeled iOS and Android app. So it's kind of an optional add-on.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Adrian. I think that's all the time that we have, so I really appreciate it. And so we will be moving on to Kiana with Intertwine. Let me add Kiana up here. Hey, Kiana, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Nervous. How are you?
Great, great, great. So to give a little bit of backstory on Intertwine, it's a recruitment platform that works with both artists and the production/talent agencies to reduce friction in the entertainment industry. And so that's just a little bit of overview. And now I'm going to let Kiana take over accordingly.
Oh, great. Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Kiana Williams, and I'm the creator and founder of Intertwine. Intertwine is a recruitment platform that finds and vets underrepresented creators through productions for studios. Josh did a great job explaining. 72% of students from liberal arts colleges feel unprepared to go into the workforce. Sorry, I slept over that statistic. 72%, that's the majority of the 176,000 students that graduate and pursue a career in entertainment in a year. Why are all these students unprepared? Because their schools don't have transitions, bridges, connections, nothing for them to get a job. On the flip side, there are over 305,000 entertainment-based companies, many of which have pledged to hire young and diverse talent. But they haven't. They say they can't find such talent. But more likely, they're just afraid. They don't want to risk hiring someone who can't do the job. That's a waste of time, and that's a waste of money. But in recent years, those excuses are no longer adding up. So now, to fulfill their new hiring practices, they call on companies like ours to fill in the diversity gap. We are the bridge between underrepresented talent and studios. We are a holistic recruitment platform with a focus on access, scale, and sustain. Access provides underrepresented creatives opportunities to showcase their talents, demonstrating their skills. Scale is our AI matching system that, with efficiency and detail, matches content and artists to companies through our vast database. And sustain. We nurture new artists and prepare them to work with companies and elevate the quality of their work. For companies, we evolve to the ever-changing industry market trends. And this is our expertise. We're skilled in entertainment production, AI systems, and we're DEI activists. Catalina and I have worked in entertainment for a total of 10 plus years alone. She has experience as a casting director and an actress, and I have experience as a scriptwriter and a producer. James is our AI mastermind, having developed the fast passes at Universal Studios Orlando. Our whole team is crafted for this mission. And there's a market here. Remember those 305,000 entertainment-based companies I mentioned before? They spent over $175 million on recruitment in 2019, in a market that was valued at $2.2 billion. Capturing 1% of that entertainment market would put us at about $1.75 million annually. And we know our target achievable market. We're pursuing the companies who've pledged to make a difference in their diverse hiring practices. So why do companies want to work with us? Because we're better. We're DEI focused, but we also save time and money. We were able to save a company 2 employees worth of work and shorten their timeline by 4 to 6 weeks with our proprietary AI system. And we've just pivoted to recruitment. In the last 6 months, and already we've made headway with partnerships with Women of Color Unite, AMC Shutter, we've been sponsored by Good Robot, Monkey Paw Studios, Crooked Highway, and more. Reeling in $30,000 and offering distribution to 10 Women of Color teams in our 48-hour horror festival. That's amazing. And our future is lined with powerful partnerships and scaling our tech to withstand the giants like, I don't know, Comcast, NBC Universal, hint, hint. This summer, I'm happy to announce we'll be hosting our Asian American Pacific Islander Festival again, bigger and better. And by the end of the year, we'll double our partnerships with businesses. In 2021, we asked for $25,000 in investment, and we got it. And with one event in the same year, we made back our investment plus some. Today, I'm asking for $800,000 to scale our service and platform. We're revolutionizing the resume and portfolio while lifting a new economy. In 5 years, I see this being the way we hire designers, marketers, developers, and all others in the creator economy. Thank you. That's our website, that's my name, and that's my email. And I'm done presenting.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kiana. Really, really appreciate it. I do have a couple questions How do you validate creators, entertainers on your platform?
Great question. So similar to developer challenges, we put on creator challenges. So we'll put on a challenge for a writer, a director, a set designer, or a sound designer, etc. And then we put out a challenge. The top 10 make it into our recruitment platform. And that doesn't mean we just avoid the other people that didn't make it. Quite the contrary, we do growth programs with them so they can be recruitable. That's
Awesome.
the answer.
Okay, definitely. And then does the platform allow your creators to kind of showcase their creative content, or is it just mainly a connection platform? Just trying to understand the reach there accordingly.
So the platform does both. It allows you to show your content and be seen by others. So it's a big thing for artists to be seen and get their work distributed amongst other people. But the services we offer in real life and at our challenges and events is a mixer element so that you can meet people and connect more personally with them that a platform can't really do.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Kiana. Really appreciate it. Love all the work you've been doing so far. And so now we're going to move on again to we're going to come back to Alberto and see if his deck is now working as you would expect. So let me throw up Alberto. Hey again, Alberto.
Hello.
Just to give everyone another just quick spotlight on Alberto, it's a platform that assists first-time homebuyers with their end-to-end home buying process through various grants, et cetera, et cetera. So now we're going to try to add in this deck and see if it works. Awesome. That looks successful. Alberto, feel free to take it away.
Perfect. Thank you, Steve. Joshua. Hi, my name is Alberto Estrella, CEO and co-founder of Knowledge to Own. Imagine waiting in line for 14 years. Our team was stunned to learn that the average renter needs to wait 14 years to save up for a 20% down payment to buy a home. The reality is that 68% of renters in the US simply cannot afford the down payment. About 10% of mortgage applications are denied due to insufficient cash. This is why I started KTO. My Wells Fargo loan application was denied due to insufficient cash for the down payment. I missed out on $15,000, and my co-founder Trevor missed out on $40,000. We learned from our early customer that this problem was widespread. We heard things like, I can't believe these grants are out there and I'm eligible. The challenge for affiliates, imagine if 70% of your mortgage leads are for ineligible buyers. Leads are often not targeted and are very expensive. This is why we are building a two-sided marketplace, using AI to personalize down payment program matches for buyers and affiliates. Home buyers get instant matches to programs and can save time and money. Up to $100,000 is available. Meanwhile, lenders and affiliates receive vetted leads for their programs while reducing their customer acquisition costs by 50% or more. Home buyers use our platform for free, and we earn a $600 referral fee from lenders and affiliates. The market opportunity is $10 billion in affiliate commissions. We are targeting a market share of 500,000 first-time homebuyer transactions annually to reach $300 million in annual recurring revenue in 2026. So why KTO? We focus on personalizing home ownership. Buyers and affiliates can save time and money. Our leads are vetted, pre-screened, reducing costs for affiliates while improving efficiency in the transaction. Our team met at George Washington University's Executive MBA program. Each of us has led successful ventures and have an average 15 years of experience managing large-scale IT programs. And a fun fact about advisor Tom, he was a Marine One pilot for President Bill Clinton. Our launch strategy includes executing our digital marketing plan and offline acquisition strategies to build a network of 2,500 down payment assistance programs starting in the Northeast. We also aim to invest in community building via partnerships with organizations that share our mission and goals to make homeownership possible. Currently, we earn a $99 commission from Credit Glory for consumers who need to improve their credit before buying a home, and $20 commission from eHome for home buyers looking for home education. We seek to expand our categories to lenders, insurance, and others that are involved in the mortgage transaction. We are raising an overall $1 million seed round. For today's stocks demo day, we are raising a $250K allocation at a pre-money valuation of $9 million. The costs are largely for web and mobile app platform development and to build out community partnerships to strengthen our brand and for salaries to build a full-time team. In closing, just wanted to mention homeownership is a powerful wealth building tool. You do not have to wait 14 years to invest. If you share our passion for closing the wealth gap in the US, the opportunity is here. Join us, and thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Alberto. Really appreciate it. Love seeing the success that you've had so far with some of those partners, et cetera, et cetera. I do have a couple questions for you. You mentioned that from one affiliate right now, you're earning a $99 referral fee. How do you anticipate achieving the $600 referral that you had, kind of explained in your pitch?
Absolutely. To round out to the 600, we hope to build more lender relationships. So the affiliates we have now comprise non-lender affiliates. So as we bring on banks like Better.com, Rocket Mortgage, Wells Fargo, Chase, and other banks, those banks pay on average $600. In most cases, they pay well over that amount. So as we tap into the entire ecosystem with a first-time homebuyer transaction, that fee per transaction is going to increase for us.
Awesome. Okay, that makes sense. And then when does Knowledge to Own collect that fee? Is it at the time of the purchase with the first-time homebuyer or once they qualify for a specific grant?
Absolutely. So we have a two-part model. In the industry right now collects leads for anyone who's interested in looking for a mortgage. So pre-approvals, you can get a paid lead for that. But the larger money, the larger commission share comes at the closing. So for some leads, we will collect up front. And for the larger share of commissions, we will collect once a buyer transacts and closes on a home purchase.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much for your time, Alberto. Really appreciate it and really excited to see what happens in the future for you.
Thank you, Josh, for hosting us.
Awesome. So next up, last but not least, we will be having Steven pitching Skill River. So let me bring up Steven. Hey, Steven, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Good. Just to give a little overview of Skill River, it is a project developed by KnowCap and our team. It's a platform that allows anyone to leverage revenue-based invoicing. So now I'm going to hand it over to Steven to kind of walk through his pitch accordingly. So let me take it away, Steven.
Perfect. Thank you all for coming and for sticking around to the end. I appreciate you all. So let's kick things off by imagining. As an expert, you spend 100 hours to complete a $10,000 project for a reputable brand or a small business that you respect. Except for at the end of it, when you're turning it in, they're told they're not going to pay you. Even though you have an agreement in place, they're not going to pay you. And not only that, but they're going to pay you 90 days from now. Imagine that frustration, hold it in, and then remember that this is happening all over the globe. In fact, Rutgers, just in New York City, did a study that said that 42% of independent contractors struggle with unpaid invoices, and that's led to $4.7 billion in lost wages. So for kicks and giggles, I'm Stephen Allred. I'm actually the CEO of KnowCap. We built this tool to solve an internal product that we have. And then we mentioned it to other people and they said, well, when can we have access to it? So like Slack launching from a video game company, we decided to roll it out into its own company, and that's Skill River. It's revenue-based payments for creatives and consultants. Our product is pretty simple. Users can bill customers based on their revenues. We take care of the payments flow, the follow-up, the remittance, and the collections. And that allows people to add us into their SLA. So if someone is going to be late, they can just say, after 30 days, we'll turn this account over to Scale River and they'll take it from here. But there is one use case that actually bubbled up that was really cool. And that came from freelancers and lawyers. They asked if they could use it to work with startups. So if there's a $6,500 project and a startup can't pay for it, they can charge $8,000 out of 3% of revenues and work and get paid over time as the startup succeeds. And that allows them to expand their capital base and their client base. So let's talk about why this is such an important problem. There are 59 million freelancers in the United States. And Freelance Union says that about 26 million have dealt with unpaid invoices at some point in their career. When you calculate that there's 10,000 invoices at the volume, then you probably realize that it's a $260 billion problem that's happening. And that's just in the United States. Zooming out a bit more for the global marketplace, there's going to be 1 billion freelancers on the planet in 2025. And as the pandemic continues and remote work continues and work from home continues, that number is not going anywhere, which leads us to a very straightforward path to revenue for this product. If we know that an average freelancer takes on 8 projects a year, and even if we discount 50% that $10,000 average number into a $5,000 invoice, we need 2,500 customers to get to $1 million revenue run rate. The number is really important because if you remember, 26 million are dealing with this problem. So if you add a 0 to make it a $10 million run rate, that's just 0.01% of people who are dealing with it in America alone that we have to capture in order to make $10 million. And we're already on our way. We have $400,000 committed already, and we haven't even launched the platform yet. And before we get out of beta, we want to get to $2.5 million in our platform. And we're going to do that with 4 very specific milestones. We've had engineers work on it for the last couple of months. We're looking to turn some of those full-time and complete the MVP in Q1. In Q2, we're going to have 25 customers in beta, many of whom we've already talked to and already agreed to hop on board. We're going to expand that to 100 by Q3. And then by the end of the year, we'll have $2.5 million on the platform. So as a pre-revenue company with a product already in progress and customers already in the pipeline, we're looking to raise funding against those goals. So we're raising on a YC post money safe with a $3 million post valuation cap. And here's our product roadmap. As I mentioned before, we've already talked to customers and we've asked them not just what would it take to get on to get onto our product. We've also asked them what would it take to move all of their revenue operations onto our product. And that starts with auto invoicing, custom terms and branding, risk scoring, and River advances. So thank you so much for your time. Obviously, we'll take any prime priority measures for anyone who's willing to close in the next 7 to 14 days because we really want to hit those milestones. But anyone else who wants to talk with us, ask questions about what we're building with Scale River and how they might be able to use it, even for revenue-based equity investing, we're open for that opportunity as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Stephen. Really appreciate it. I love all the work that the KnowCap team has been doing on Scale River, and I really see a lot of different markets it could play in the future.
Mm-hmm.
A couple questions for you. The service providers, you had mentioned like an example of like taking 3% of the invoice that's up there up to 20K. Can a service provider alter that take rate percentage fee accordingly?
Yeah, they will be able to do that in Q3 of next year. That's the custom terms on our product roadmap. So for the time being, it's going to be stuck at 5%, but over time, they'll be able to adjust any type of term that they want, whether it's percent or the amount that they're able to charge.
Gotcha. Okay, that definitely makes sense. And then I think you mentioned this on your future roadmap as well. Those funds being auto pulled from a user's account to fund the rivers. How is that determined is really my overall question. What revenue streams as you plug into there is being pulled accordingly?
Yeah, so according to what we want to do in the agreement is we want to make it so that they're incentivized to be honest. There's going to be some form of moral risk that's encountered, and we just hope that everyone's going to be honest. But the main things that we want to go into is we're going to be using Plaid as a way to figure out the back end of how much the company is generating, and we'll form our agreements based on that number. So if they have multiple accounts, we just want them to be honest and come up with those accounts. And if they do not, we'll have clauses in those agreements that say if we find that they have extra money, we will actually take a percentage higher, which will be kind of a premium on them not being adherence to the morality risk.
Gotcha. Definitely. Really appreciate the time. So thank you very much.
Of course.
And I think that takes us to the end of all of our founders pitching. So like we mentioned through the Stonks platform, feel free to make intros, change up those different dynamics that you want to have, either introductions or want to work there or be a customer with any of the founders that has presented today. As well as, if you are looking to make an investment, these are going to be, kind of oversubscribed and, heavy attention grabbing founders and startups. So definitely want to invite you all to do that accordingly. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Steven or any of us at KnowCap. We'll be happy to answer any questions on how we work with founders. But additionally, all of the founders' information on their Stonks page is present in there. Feel free to reach out to them as well to have those conversations. So thank you all very much for taking the time and wishing everyone the best of luck in the future. Thanks, everybody.